Someone wanted to know how I got involved in things that left me with so much debt. I intend to talk about that today. I felt like I needed time for myself to be able to tell this one day. And I guess today is fine. Hi guys, my name is Mimi. This is a dash of colors. Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest setback I've had in 2021, and it is debts. Around February 2020, I had just finished the mandatory NYSC service for Nigerian youths, and I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. I was broke, plus every other problems that I had. Then I was already doing some trainings on digital marketing and things like that, so I was actively involved with marketing. This was around the start of investment companies in Nigeria. And my ex-friend used to trade for people as well. I'm talking about Forex, right? So I started with giving him my own money to trade for me, and he turned up with the returns and everything. Then I started talking to my own closer people, my parents, my friends, Tony, and then literally everybody started talking to people about it, right? So COVID-19 came, and then he started complaining about how he can't trade, and then so many stories he told us. He didn't pay me, and then I felt, okay, this guy is close, so it's cool. He's going to pay me eventually. Then I moved on to a different company, and I felt like the commission program, the affiliate program, was something worth doing. So I actually started affiliating for these companies. But the mistake was, because people weren't comfortable with giving their money to these companies, most of them wanted to give the money to me. And I obliged to it with a written document, of course. And I promised them that money was going to be invested in the right Forex company and everything, right? And I stupidly guaranteed capital, even if anything happens. And that part, I agree that I didn't think about it, considering the fact that I also had my money with these guys as well. It wasn't really necessary to guarantee anything to anyone who is making an investment for himself, but I did that. So I started having issues with these guys. They stopped paying for months. I had to keep paying people with all the money that I had saved up for those months. It's actually safe to say that I got broke by investing wrongly and getting carried away by how unreal everything was. If I had thought about it the second time, maybe I wouldn't be in so much debt. So I got entangled with debt because I was actually an investment manager for people who gave me their funds for investment. So that's like the whole truth. I got defrauded by every person that I actually committed those funds to. I at some point felt these guys were legitimate because they posed as such. So I entrusted these funds into their hands, including my personal money, my parents' money, and every other person around me. And they flopped and fucked me up. And it's so bad because I call them and then they don't take my calls, and then they don't return my calls. It's such a terrible place to be, because I had to pay for things that I never spent. I have to pay for money that I never spent. And then I remember the particular loan as well that I took because a friend from way back called and was promising me a job. I took out a loan from a loan app because I needed the job to pay off the already debts. I didn't even consider that this supposed friend was going to scam me of my funds. I took out a loan in February and I gave it to this guy. He promised me that by March the job should be secured, and I was looking forward to it because I know I needed a job. I know I needed money so I can actually start paying off little by little of everything I owe people. But unfortunately, he was a scammer pretending to be my friend, and he stole that money from me too. So I have loans that are pending that I haven't paid anything on in months, and it drives me crazy knowing that maybe one day these guys might actually start coming after me. But this is my life, this is my story, this is how bad things have been for me. And I'm not saying it because I'm asking for some pity party. Of course not. This is actually a request from someone, and I felt like I needed to make a comprehensive podcast on everything as regarding this money issue that I've had for the past 7 months. So guys, this is me being very real about this particular issue, which is one of the biggest setbacks that I've had since 2021, and it's safe to say that the only thing I look forward to right now is to be completely debt-free. And it's even harder to do that when my mind is distracted and I'm worried sick on what to do, where to go, how the fuck to handle everything, right? It's just not a very good place to be in. And I don't know what else to say, but this is me. This is one of my biggest insecurities. This money, these funds that belong to people that I actually promised that I was going to invest and pay them their returns, which I did for those months, but I can't return their capitals anymore because I got defrauded. That's the story.